Let's see
Hello,
here. How's everybody doing tonight? Gotta refresh my
Benji, Gengar, Lifter, CB. Let's
sweet.
go.
All
We made
right.
it.
Well, guys, we got some cool stuff to talk about tonight. So, obviously, the market's been correcting quite a bit the past couple of months. So, we want to talk about that. Are we in a crash? Are we in a correction? What does that look like? We'll talk a little bit too about what we think is going to happen going forward in the next couple of months, next few months. Um, we also want to talk a little bit, just kind of look a little bit back at 2025 and just talk about where we've been, kind of some of our thoughts as collectors and investors for 2025. We want to talk a little bit too about that new print facility that's going to be ready, I guess, by 2027. And then we have our featured artist too. So stay tuned till the end when we will talk about the featured artist. And yeah, and then we'll answer some questions. So if you guys want to be thinking of questions, that'd be awesome. But we'll jump right into it. As you guys know, this is Deej. I'm Blake.
Hello.
And yeah, so market correction. First of all, I just kind of wanted to say I know there's a lot of YouTube channels right now that are basically telling everybody that the market's crashing, the end of the world, this is the end of Pokemon. I don't think this is the end of the Pokemon, guys. Like after a massive bull run this past year, it makes a lot of sense that we would have some corrections. So most things are still way up from a year ago. And it's still hard. I don't know about you guys, but it's still hard to get Pokemon cards in store at MSRP. So,
Nah.
um, kind of first question, first topic, Deej, how are you handling the downturn? Are you offloading anything? Are you selling stuff? Are you buying stuff? What have you been doing lately?
Well, for me, I really haven't been doing anything too different. I kind of look at first of all, with all the people like out there saying all this stuff, like I love it personally. The fear
Yeah.
mongering is what will help the prices go down. It makes people sell when they shouldn't. It happens. It was very extreme when I was doing it in crypto, the emotions of these cycles, like buy the fear, sell the greed. It's that type of thing where right now is not the time you should be selling. You should have
Mm-hmm.
been selling when things were greedy.
Yep.
Um, so I love this fear phase because it means that when I'm buying stuff, even though it feels bad, like, oh, this could go down, it's actually a good thing
Yeah.
because other people are not looking at that same thing. And that's really where the value gains come. If everybody's doing the same thing, it doesn't work as well.
Yeah.
So it'll help thin the people out a little bit. But no, I am not doing anything different. I'm just keeping on keeping on. I look at it as like DCAing. I'm DCAing into my Pokemon collection. Um,
DCAing meaning
dollar cost averaging.
dollar cost
I'm
averaging.
not
Beautiful.
when the market's high, I'm doing the same thing. When the market's low, I'm doing the same thing. Like dollar cost averaging in investing sense is deposit $100 a week, no matter what the price is, $100, $100, $100,
Yeah.
and never stray from that. And those people tend to do better. You can time the market if you're just like this crazy person, but there are so many studies out there that DCA is the best way for like 99% of people. And I am not, I don't know, I'm not here to say that I would be one of the people that would outperform the market. So I personally just keep holding,
Yeah.
keep DCAing. Yeah.
Yeah. I
How
love
about
that.
you?
I think that's great. Yeah, I actually wish, if anything, that I had been stockpiling more cash just for all these opportunities. I don't
Yeah.
know what it is, but like psychologically, we definitely find ourselves. I feel like when the market is charging up ahead and is increasing in value really rapidly, you constantly feel like you're missing out. Like you're just like, oh shoot, I should have bought that or should have bought this or I need to buy that or what if I don't buy this, it'll be too late. Like that is definitely the
Yeah.
psychology that your brain wants to go through, but you have to do the opposite. I mean, this year for me, like while everything was going crazy, like from a sealed standpoint, I bought way less sealed, way less like investability, like 2023, 2024, I was buying tons of sealed as an investment. And then this year, I just didn't really buy much. Like In fact, a lot of stuff, if I found it at MSRP, I flipped it, just to fund like some other collection stuff. So, but I did fall for some of the hype. I feel like going up and bought some cards maybe when I shouldn't have. Not too bad or anything, but maybe like some vintage that I probably should have just waited on. And then
Yeah.
recently though, I have been picking up some modern that has corrected that I was not buying before, and that I feel like is now a pretty good buy. So, do wish I had more money though to do it, but I agree with you. Like,
Yeah.
even if it keeps going down, you're right. You could dollar cost average in, especially if you're buying multiple copies of something. I've done that before. I actually did that with, the melodic SIR from Surging Sparks. I bought one a little too high, so that I bought the next one when it had like completely crash landed. So my average price is somewhere in the middle,
For sure.
Yeah.
For
Yeah.
sure. And on the other side of it, as a collector, which is really the goal of selling in the first place, for me at least,
Yeah.
it's awesome. It just makes it all more possible. So like I said, I love the fear.
Yeah.
It means good things for me, at least.
I agree.
Because I'm not trying to sell next month. I'm not, I'm thinking 5 years down the road, 10, 15.
Yeah. Yeah. You do short-term flipping to support your long-term collecting goals.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I'm with you too. Like, I'm not here to jump in and out real quick. I've been here for a while and I plan on staying for a long time. Right. So I'm with you. I actually would like to see a lot more things correct, especially in vintage. I would really like to see vintage do some correcting, just because there's a lot of vintage sets that I still am working on collecting, working on filling out. I'd love to see them pull back, but modern, some of it too is still kind of crazy high, I don't know. What
To
do
me,
you think about, oh, sorry, go ahead.
I was just going to say, to me, the modern being super high, like the box prices are overinflated compared to even the singles. Like, if you're not pulling that big hit, it's almost like opening a vintage box where like most of the stuff isn't worth much. That one big hit has gone up a lot over time and the box is more expensive than MSRP.
Yeah.
It's like opening vintage from the beginning. And I'm like you, I will not pay over MSRP. And if I do, then I'm
Yep.
either going to open it or save it or just flip it right then to buy the card I want. Or most of the time I just open it. But
Well, and like, frankly too, it was already not worth it to open product when it was well below MSRP. Like, from a, like, like what you get back, right, value wise, was already against you. It was always just kind of done for fun. But at the prices that we have today, it really doesn't make sense, especially with the hit rates that we have. Like, I've slowed way down on pack ripping. I ripped a lot of Destined earlier this year, but then I've kind of just chilled the past few months. I haven't opened many packs, just a little bit here and there, because it just doesn't feel worth it, especially at those raised prices. When you're paying $6 plus a booster pack and you're getting like 50 cents worth back. And here's the thing. It's not all just money. For me, it's also like, am I getting a lot of hits that I like? Like, one thing I always loved about Crown Zenith is that you get so many of those Galarian Gallery hits that it's just like you're getting cool cards. Even if at the time they were like $1 or $2 a piece, like, it still felt good because you're still pulling stuff that you like. For me, when I open like Destined Rivals and I'm just hitting tons of EXs, I don't like the EXs. It just doesn't feel as good, I don't know. Just my 2 cents.
for sure. For sure. It's complicated because for me, like I'll buy it at MSRP, but its value is more. So like I only spent MSRP,
Yeah.
but it's the opportunity cost, it's worth more. So it is complicated. I still lean towards ripping, but I mean, you know me, I do things a little bit differently than most people where
Yeah. Well, you
I feel
got,
confident I can make profit on a dud pack, but it still doesn't feel good when I'm opening it.
right.
Like I can
Right.
definitely sympathize with what you're saying.
Yeah. I personally think Pokemon's kind of ripping us off a little bit these days. Like, I don't know. I look back at vintage, as a 90s kid, I don't know how many of you out there are 90s kids like me, but Hollows were what, 1 in 4 packs for base set,
Yes.
and those were the top chases of the era. So like it really wasn't that hard to pull a top chase. Now I understand over time you got to have some like a greater chase. Like we're never going to be able to go back to that. But like if hollows back then, which felt like real hits, were 1 in 4, shouldn't IRs be like 1 in 4? I mean, I think we're at a point where IRs should probably be 1 in 4, and then SIRs should probably be one per booster box, kind of thing. That's what I think personally. But and I'm all for, if you want a bigger chase, just make a bigger set. Give us more IRs. Put 40 IRs in a set, and make them 1 in 4. And it's still hard to pull the specific one you want. That's how I view it. But
That would be nice. I think that they look at it like if you open a booster box and then you count your hits at the end, it's close to 50%. Like counting the EXs, which you aren't counting really, but the
that's the
EXs
problem.
count to Pokemon. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the problem, is they count as a high hit rate, but do
Yeah.
you even like those hits? I think
Yeah.
I think for me too, like the EXs I feel like are made to just appeal to kids mainly, because they're kind of like over the top, flashy. They're not very classy. But I also think that's kind of an insult to kids, because when I look back at the vintage hollows, like as a kid, man, we loved those. Like
Yeah.
children can appreciate beautiful art. They don't need something that's like exploding out of the page to be, taken by it, like to really be invested. So
It's so interesting that you said that. I have a buddy that I roomed with in college who I recently showed my channel, and it kind of got him into Pokemon a little bit. And his
nice.
Walmart actually had Phantasmal and Destined Rivals sleeve blister, so
Wow.
he could buy 5 at a time. And like he was literally just going, once or twice a day to get packs, and like nobody was buying them. So he ended up getting like 100 packs of each.
Good
And
for
over this
him.
break, I was able to watch him open it,
Okay.
which was really fun. And he was so excited by the EXs. So
Really?
it's not just kids, it really is the new
So
factor.
I'm wrong, folks. I'm wrong. Put in the
Like he
put
was
in the
like
chat
he
if
was
you are for EXs or against them. Well, and let's be specific. Double rares, right? Double rare EXs.
the
Do
worst.
you like them? Do you hate them? I would love
He's
to
like
hear in the chat what
he
you
was
guys
like
think.
so amazed by how cool they looked, and I was like, yeah, that's like 50 cents, 50 cents. He's like, are you kidding me? That's like he was like shocked by it. Like
I'm glad he likes
he-
them though. I will say the ones in Mega
yeah, with
and Phantasmal
texture and
Flames look
yeah.
much better than the ones from Scarlet and Violet. So they are moving, at least I think, in a better direction.
Yeah,
But,
for sure. I like the silver borders control alt Drew, but I don't know if that's because it's older now. Like the GXs feel premium. Like I opened a Unbroken Bonds pack on my stream the other day, and I pulled a Muck and a Lowland Muck GX, just like the regular basic one, and it felt so premium.
yeah,
I don't know if it's the silver or the time, but
I do. I miss yellow borders on normal cards, but I do like the silver borders on the hits. You know what I mean? I think that was a nice combo that they had during Sword and Shield, where you pull an alt art and it's got the beautiful silver borders and the texture, but you're pulling like a trainer gallery or below. And I would even be fine with I like IRs having the silver borders, but I
mhm.
wouldn't mind it if they went back to yellow they probably won't, but I feel like that's classic Pokemon to me. The yellow borders around the normal cards, I do miss
Yeah,
them, but
I have a hard time seeing them go back, but yeah. Every time I go back to those cards, they just feel like Pokemon cards to me. I
oh
don't know.
yeah, I agree. I agree. And especially Watsy for me. Will always have a soft spot for that big, thick yellow border around it. I just love it. It's like putting a picture on your wall in a big, thick frame versus a thin frame. The thin frame looks more modern and sleek, which I have, like you can see in my background. I've got thin frames, right? But there is
Yep,
something about that like old school thick border sometimes that's just pretty cool. So
totally.
all right. Well, I got us way off track, guys, but that's what we do around here. We just kind of go off on rabbit trails. Back to our market conversation. What do you think is going to happen in like the next, I would say like quarter of 2026? So we've had this kind of pullback recently. Do you feel like that's going to continue? Do you think we're going to bounce back? Do you think we're going to explode? Like what do you see happening going forward, especially in like the first part of 2026 and then also just kind of the rest of the year? Obviously it's hard to predict, but what's your thoughts?
I think like when you look at a chart of a successful stock or chart or something like that, like it goes up, then it'll come down, like nothing's ever straight up, then it'll come down. But like the fact that we just hit an all-time high to me, like we just greased the skids for so many human beings that just learned about Pokemon. Like my friend, I have one or two anecdotal people in my life that have learned within the past 6 months about Pokemon. They might not stay in within this next 6 months or to a year. Like we might kind of stabilize and kind of get, we're not going to lose everybody that joined.
Yeah.
And we might lose a couple people that were here before, but overall, there's going to be more people. And like I
Yeah.
said, it greased the skids. So like I see it going down a little bit, but then once the market starts to pick up, whatever happens in the world, the government, taxes, whatever, those people can get back in super fast now. Like they know what to do. They already have some cards. I see good things ahead. Maybe not in the extreme short term, but
Yeah.
to me, I am still super bullish on Pokemon overall.
So what do you think will happen in the next like 3 months, like up till like March, like January, February, March? Do you see us continuing to like decline slightly, maybe stagnate,
Yeah.
or do you think it's going to start picking up again already?
I think it could pick up around January, February when people start getting their taxes back, especially this year, because it seems like people are going to be getting a little bit more back than they normally have.
You think so?
Um, yeah, at
I
least
hope so.
from what I've read, at least. I am not an expert on any of that, but from what I've read, it seems like that. So I think that sealed prices will keep coming down, at least for 3 months, like you said,
Okay.
but I just don't think it's going to last long
Yeah.
until this new print facility comes out and they really can keep up with demand. Like it's not like demand was just out of reach. Like it was like way out of reach,
Yeah. I
like
agree. I
like it
agree.
it can come down 30% and still be out of demand, like past the demand.
Well, I mean, I think it's like, look at this year. Every time they restocked, they just kept restocking, especially like Prismatic. They restocked 151 a lot this year. They kept restocking stuff and it would just be eaten up immediately. Like it would just
Mhm.
disappear, you know? So yeah, I mean, and we never got MSRP for Prismatic. We never even got close to MSRP for Prismatic. And that came out a year ago in what? Like it'll be a
Yeah.
year and I think like 2 weeks, something like that. Is about when Prismatic came. Well, maybe it was end of January. It's about end of January. So we're about 11 months into
Yeah.
Prismatic, and we're not even close to MSRP right now. So it's like I don't know. And now at that point, how many sets are they behind? you know,
Yeah, it's
like
it's hard to imagine that ever getting to MSRP at this point. But the way to buy it, I mean, for investability, you're looking for buying sealed, but I was thinking singles. Like I feel like the singles are just gonna keep kind of going down
yeah,
because they are just printing more and more stuff. And I was talking about this with my buddy the other day. It's like the fact that you can only get a couple packs, you can't buy 10 cases, like it's almost impossible. You rip it more often, or you just don't. Like
yeah,
it's harder to keep stuff sealed. So more people are ripping the 10 packs they got versus, the one booster box. They opened one and kept five sealed, you know.
yeah,
Instead, they're opening all 10 pack. It's like 10 people are opening all 10 of their packs versus like two people opening one booster box, keeping five sealed. So I feel like the singles are just like gonna explode.
yeah,
So for me, I look forward to that. I do think single prices will kind of continue to go down.
yeah. I think
The
so too.
PS,
Yeah, go
go
ahead.
ahead, go ahead. I was just gonna say the PSA part of it is the part that I have questions about, and I assume we'll possibly talk about that at some point in our podcast series. But um,
As far as the PSA prices for Prismatic
yeah, like
specifically.
Not necessarily prismatic, just overall, like all these YouTubers are like, I'm done with PSA, I'm cracking all my slabs, which I think is the stupidest thing ever. I think those people are so out of touch. It is what it is. Like I get it. I get being angry at PSA, but like most people can't just flush money down the drain. Like,
Yeah. No, I have some pretty intense thoughts about PSA, but I'll save them for my video
yeah,
coming out later this week. But I will say, yeah, you can't cracking your slab and going back to raw when you have a PSA 10. It just doesn't make sense. Like
no, it's so
most
stupid.
people are not going to do that, you know. And even though I have my beef with PSA right now as a long term PSA grader, that's not going to stop the hobby from grading with PSA. Like it's,
No.
you know, the people are going to keep encapsulating their cards, and I think people care a lot about value, which, you know, just listen to you talk about prismatic and talk about how you think the singles are going to keep going down. I think that's something that's kind of unsettling sometimes when you're like a collector that's very cognizant of value. There are people out there that are able to collect and they really truly don't care what the card's worth. They like buy it, throw it in their binder, never pay attention to it, and they're good. I think, you know, you and I tend to be a little more plugged into the market, tend to be a little bit more aware of like what prices are doing on cards, especially because we're like flipping cards and grading cards and doing things like that on the side.
Yeah.
And so something in me sometimes, a lot of times, like I'll buy a card and I'll be like, oh, it's down. Like it feels bad to have your collection decrease after you've bought it. But really, it's
Hmm.
like if you're in it for the long term, if you buy within that like first 2 year window, you're probably at some point going to be down. You know what I mean? Like you don't really know where the bottom is going to be, and timing that bottom perfectly every time is hard. Sometimes it's 6 months, sometimes it's 9 months, sometimes it's 2 years. Like,
Exactly.
do they reprint it? Do they not reprint it? You really don't know. And so you really just have to be okay with, hey, my card's going to do this for a couple of years and I'm going to be okay with that. I'm going to buy when I think it's reasonable.
Yeah.
I'm not going to buy at the beginning when the card, you know, the price is, you know, near pre-order pricing and crazy and there's no supply. But I'm going to be okay too if I buy and a reprint happens and the price drops and I just have to sit on it, you know? So, um, but yeah, fun stuff, fun stuff. Um,
Sorry about that.
no, you're good. You're good. Had a little pop up too, getting in my way. What are you handling downturn? Okay. Yeah. So where was I? Yeah. So do you think, and I think this is an interesting question to follow up kind of where we think, okay. I guess I never did answer where I think, 2026 is going. So my personal opinion is we may see some more correction, I think, for the next month, or it may kind of stagnate. I think it might just kind of like level out. But I think once Ascended Heroes comes out, I really think it's going to just send things back up. Maybe not exploding up, but I do think they're going to continue to rise post Ascended Heroes. Especially with the disastrous way that they're going to release that set, where they're going to like slowly trickle product onto the market. I think there's not going to be enough packs, but I think people are going to be really in the mood for Ascended Heroes. And oh my gosh, I just got a notification that our Zoom meeting will end in 10 minutes.
All right.
Apparently I need to pay to upgrade. So, but anyway, what was I saying? Sorry guys, we tried Discord last time and it was just a disaster. It kept, you know, the screen share just did not work and failed really miserably. So it was just not good, but, yeah, where were we? So, basically I think Ascended Heroes will probably send the market climbing higher. And then I could see, I agree with you. I think tax returns will probably send it higher too. I think both of those kind of coupled together, it'll be probably a hot like February, March timeframe. I could see us dipping back down though around the summer. A lot of people think that's when the 30th anniversary set's going to come out. I think it kind of depends on how good that is. To me, a 30th anniversary still doesn't feel very big compared to like a 25th anniversary or a 10-year anniversary or a 5-year anniversary. Like it's kind of an odd number. So I don't know if Pokemon will do something crazy big for it or not. And I don't know if people in their head will think that it's as big as a lot of investors are prepping for. I'm probably a little more bearish on the 30th year anniversary than maybe most of the people that we talk to. Um, so I could see us maybe starting to kind of correct back a little bit in the summer, pull back a little bit, interest dry up. But I guess time will tell, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Time will tell.
I'm very curious to see how it goes for sure.
Well, this is very interesting. I don't really know what we're going to have to do about this Zoom meeting. May have to do a second meeting and interrupt our stream just briefly. But sorry, guys. Still working out the kinks. What you don't know is that a lot of your YouTubers that you're watching that are doing podcasts, they're paying monthly subscriptions to stuff because there just really isn't anything. Oh, we lost Deej. All right, cool. So let's one more question for you on 2026 before we shift gears. Do you think we'll see an MSRP booster box in 2026?
I just saw that Rare Candy was trying to sell Phantasmal booster boxes for $219, which was like the cheapest I had seen from like a big store in a long time.
Okay.
But no, I don't. Not
Yeah.
not in quantity at least.
I think unfortunately we probably won't either. There's usually 4 booster box sets per year, sometimes 5. Is that right?
Yeah.
This year we had Journey, Destined, Mega, and Phantasmal, so 4. I think that's pretty typical. 4. I just don't see Pokemon printing enough right now.
Yeah. It's that print facility is the next big like pivot point. Yeah.
I agree. Yeah, so if you guys are not aware, Pokemon did announce that they bought, well, they didn't buy, I think they're leasing or something like that, like an enormous amount of space. I want to say it's like the largest commercial space to get leased in 2025 in the US, something like that. Like it's really big. And they're going to set it up for something. I don't think it technically says for printing. I think we're all sort of just assuming, well, they're probably not using it as a warehouse. They're probably going to actually set up printers, I would think.
Oh yeah.
So, I mean, I think that's a fair assumption to make, even though we don't know. And supposedly it should be ready sometime in 2027. So I guess my big question, and I think is the big question, some people are probably thinking, oh, they're going to go back and reprint everything. I don't think so. But I think the real question is in 2027, when they get that new print facility, do we think they will reprint sets from 2025? Do you think they'll reprint with the new facility, Destined Rivals, Mega, Phantasmal, maybe Journey Together? Like, do you see reprints for these sets coming? Because I mean, historically they've done reprints like a couple years later, you know?
Yeah, like as long as they're in print. I think that it depends on the market a little bit. If things are still really crazy and like the prices on Phantasmal are, $20 a pack, but it's still being used in competitive scene, they will 100% reprint it.
Yeah.
I'm just not so sure it'll be like booster boxes. They might just do like a bunch of collection boxes or like I feel like that's how they do later releases of sets. They put them in collection boxes and which doesn't affect the market as much as like a booster box wave would.
I think they need to print booster boxes, especially they need to get more packs in LGSs, and booster boxes are a great way to do that. I mean, the reality is like my LGS, they break booster boxes down and they sell you by the pack. And then when times are good and product is plentiful, you can buy an entire sealed booster box if you want, right? But right now you can't. Like you can't go down to my local LGS and buy an entire booster box. They break them down and you can, I think it's a limit of 4 packs per, per day or something like that. But it lets everybody get some. Like I can consistently go in there and get packs if I want to. Right now I'm just kind of burned on packs, but we talked about that before, but it's like, that's a really good model, honestly. Whereas right now, how many people can get You can go down to Walmart and get packs, or go down to Target and get
Not
packs,
many.
you know?
Yeah.
So I think we need more booster boxes, not just for the investor collectors that like to collect a sealed booster box, but just to get more packs out. You know, it's a very efficient way to get lots of packs.
Something I've been thinking about the print facilities. So they print cards in all the languages. I wonder if this print facility is going to be dedicated to English, and if they're going to like if they're missing demand in the other languages too, so they really need, I don't know. Like I assume that some of this new facility is going to allow them to print more in other languages. It's not just English.
Yeah.
Um, like is this just going to be the English card facility, or are they still going to print English cards?
I mean, I don't think we're producing in America any cards for other countries other than the UK, right? But those are still English
That
cards, aren't they?
that's what I don't know. I
Maybe
thought all the
Canada
print
too.
facilities. Where are all the print facilities? Do you know?
I don't.
I
Like
thought they were overseas.
I think Australia might have one overseas because they're so far away. But I think I think Japan's printing Chinese cards, right?
Uh-huh.
Because they're closer in proximity to one another. I don't know about Korean cards. They might just be printed there in Korea. But like I don't know. There's Indonesian. There's like all these other languages now. It's like where are those getting printed? If somebody knows, go ahead and throw it in the chat. Oh, here we go.
Yeah,
TCPI, yeah.
it is
Rosetta says
okay.
TPCI prints for all of European languages. Okay, so that's interesting. So French, German, all that kind of stuff. Italian, Japan
Do we
prints Thai, Indonesian, and Chinese. Excellent. Thank you for that. I appreciate it.
when
I
I
assume Rosetta is Dragon Clasher, right? Korean is printed in South Korea.
don't know.
Sometimes people have different names on YouTube than our Discord that we like to all
Yeah.
hang out in. Uh,
Yeah,
yeah,
I'd be
thank you for
curious to
chiming in on that.
see how the demand has changed for the other languages, or if it's mostly just English.
I know.
I've definitely
I really want to know how many they print in each language. Not just
yeah,
like, hey, we printed 13 billion cards this year. It's like, well, how many of those were Chinese, or how many of those were, were English or Japanese or
interesting.
French or whatever, you know?
Okay, so they handle their own printing. So it seems like most of this print facility will be like probably 90% at least.
So cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, that is really interesting though. I think with that print facility, I do think most of it will be English. I
Yeah,
really do. So
that's what we just learned. So that's good to know.
well,
Thank you for
I think too, weren't they already creating a print facility in the UK? So that probably should help with all of Europe. I would guess too. So we all got to wait
don't
another
know.
year, guys, until this craziness dies down. I think, honestly, unfortunately. Cool.
Yep, no doubt.
All right. Well, I didn't really have this on the notes, Deej, but just to put you on the spot, are there any cards that have corrected recently that you're specifically looking at, either to pick up for a collection or to pick up just as like a play?
Yes. For my collection, Gold Stars and Legendary Collection Reverse Hollows, just because they're so expensive, I'm missing them. They've gone down a lot. I don't want to miss my opportunity. So they're things that I'm looking at. I don't have a
Have
ton of
gold stars pulled
cash.
back much right now?
Yeah, they've gone back a lot,
Really?
like almost 50%, some of them. Yeah.
Probably not the PSA 10, 9, and 8
No, you're
prices.
probably right. I
Because
was
I've
looking
been
at like PSA 4s,
okay.
5s,
Because I've been
something I
looking at
can put in
like
my binder.
I really want a PSA 8. Well, I really would like a 9, but I don't think I'm ever going to get in the price range for that again. I'd really like a PSA 8 Gold Start Rayquaza, and I've had my eye on it for months, like just watching the price. Because right now, 15K to me is just
Dude.
that's just stupid, honestly. And a year ago, that card was like 7K in a PSA 8, which I thought was insane. But I would be willing to sell some stuff off and buy one at 7 or 8K. but not 15K. At least not right now. But I've been
See
trying to
that
watch it, but it hasn't budged at all, really. It's come down like a
that
tiny bit, you know?
what you just said describes the emotions of a market so well. Like you would have never paid 7,000 before it got to 15,000,
Yes.
but now that it's been to 15,000, way more people would buy it at 7,000. So like that's where like supports and charts come from. Like
Deej, you
we're not
absolutely
going
nailed
back.
that, man. This is a great thing to talk about, honestly, because another example was my Crystal Lugia from Aquapolis that I got in a PSA 9.
Oh
I bought
yeah.
that back in January or February of this year, and I'm so glad I did. But guys, I spent, by the time I paid tax, it was like over 4K. It was like a little over 4K. And I was like, dude,
Nice.
this is the most I've ever spent on a card. Because I
So
normally
cool
buy
though.
like lower grade myself. Like I get a lot of upside from grading cards myself, kind of thing. That was the most I'd ever spent on a card. And now I look at it and I'm like, well, 4K doesn't seem like that crazy of a price for a card, you know? And now that card's 9K, right? Or 8,500 or somewhere in that
Wow, good
range.
for you.
You know what I mean? And so it's like, you're right. Now that it's jumped up that high, 4K doesn't feel as bad. And now that I've bought a 4K card, buying another one doesn't feel as crazy. So you're right. Like the psychology, I've been thinking about that a lot. I've been thinking about how the price for all of us is being raised this year. Like
Yeah,
the longer these
exactly.
prices stay high, the more normal they're going to become to all of us. And yeah, I think, I think you nailed it. I think that's why. Just buy
It's
a
all
few
about
Deoxys
emotions.
packs.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny. Control Drew. I don't know if you guys saw, but really popular YouTuber is Pokevault. Did you see his video pulling the Gold Star Rayquaza? He pulled one, I think
Crazy.
within the past like month or two, like opened up a
Yeah.
Deoxys pack and pulled it. I was like, dude, that literally, I couldn't think of a cooler card to pull in the entire hobby. Like if you're going to open any pack and pull any card, that would be the pick for me. That would be the coolest one by far.
Insane.
Absolutely insane.
I would love to do the experiment that I did with the vintage Japanese and fossil and jungle packs with like a Deoxys pack or something.
Yeah.
But the problem is a lot of those old English sets, their print quality, their QC is really bad.
So
So I
bad.
wouldn't be able to pull off my grading common 10 thing very
You'd be
easily.
getting eights and nines. Yeah. Straight out of the
Yeah,
pack.
it'd be tough. Yeah.
Which I don't know. I still think, I talked about this a little bit last time, but I still think vintage nines are underrated, man. Nines are such nice cards. They're like yeah, I don't know. I think they're undervalued in a lot of ways personally, but not modern. Modern nines are different, but vintage nines I think are undervalued personally.
I agree. I do agree with
So
that.
absolutely. Well, looking back, let's shift gears a little bit here. Looking back at 2025, obviously it was a crazy year. What were your top three sets as a collector? So not thinking about it from an investment standpoint, but just as a collector, what were your top three sets? What did you like the most?
Um, I have to put Destined up there. It's got lots of Gen 1 Mons. It's got really nice full arts, got great IRs. Like the IRs are so colorful, like all the
Mm-hmm.
Misty cards. Like it's got the Gym Heroes
Yep.
trainer. I love that so much. I hate being generic like that. Like everybody loves Destiny. It's like the easy answer, but it
Dude,
really is
that's
so
mine
good.
too. I can't not
It's
pick
so
that for
good.
number one. Yeah,
And then
absolutely.
my number two will be different than I bet most people's because it's Journey Together and it's
Okay.
similar,
Yeah.
similar reasoning. I
Okay.
really love the trainer combined with the Pokemon theme.
Yes.
Uh, like I've always looked at like a card without a trainer as like a wild Pokemon, as like comparing it to the games, like, oh, I gotta catch that, you know.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
But but once you catch them on, it's like yours. I don't know. But the trainer ones, it's just a whole different vibe. They just stick out to me. They
Yeah.
just stick out.
Yeah. I like it too. I mean, you know me, I'm a big Gym Heroes Gym Challenge fan. I've been working on mastering those sets. I love the whole owner,
Oh
Pokemon
yeah.
theme. I think it's way cool.
It just
Um,
adds a whole nother dynamic, like the relationship. Yeah.
Yeah,
to the
and it's
art.
it's just there's something very nostalgic too about like seeing the trainer on the car, that little circle there off to the side. Like I love
Yeah,
that. I kind of wish
I
they had.
love it.
Yeah. Well, anyway. So what would be your third set?
I would say it was mega. I didn't
Mega.
look at all the 2025 sets, but I really enjoyed opening mega.
Yeah.
The
Yep.
gold cards feel cool again. The SIRs are good. I didn't enjoy opening it because I didn't pull a lot.
Yeah,
Like the
I
hit
didn't either.
rates seemed kind of bad. I
Yep.
did pull a gold, but I got super lucky. But other than that, like I didn't pull an SIR. Like it was just very bland, other than that one lucky pack I got.
Yep.
But the art is really good. And if I did get the hits, it is my favorite set.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
third favorite set. Yeah.
Third favorite. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for me, I mean, I'm boring too. Destin Rivals, easily the top one, but it's also my favorite of the entire Scarlet and Violet era, with the Paradox Rift being my second close second.
Wow.
I love Destin Rivals. I mean, so much nostalgia with the Team Rocket set. I've always loved that classic Team Rocket set. I've had that one mastered. Well, almost mastered for a long time. That was a video I made a while back, was putting the last card in my binder that I was missing. But I love that set, and I love kind of all the different dark Pokemon and everything. Which they didn't lean as heavily into as I think they could have with this set.
Yeah.
I think it would have been really
There's
cool to
no
have
dark ones, is there?
they're not like actually labeled that. There's like some of the
Okay.
artwork that kind of makes it feel kind of dark. But yeah, I would have
Yeah.
loved to have had an actual like, dark Arbok and dark Wheezing and just
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. I think
That
the
would be
one
cool.
weakness to me about Destin Rivals is, personally, I think what they should have done is they should have taken the Heatwave Arena side of Destin Rivals, because Destin Rivals is, Heatwave Arena and Glory Team Rocket. I think they should have taken Heatwave Arena and combined it with Journey Together, which is battle partners in Japanese, and made that set bigger, and that set be all the good guys, right? And then Destin Rivals just expanded, maybe do two Glory of Team Rocket sets back to back in Japanese or whatever, but combine them into one bigger English set. I would have had like to have seen a set that was just bad guy themed,
I like
personally.
that a lot. I
I,
really
I,
like that idea a lot.
I wish they had done that. We could have seen, I think, a lot more IRs and SIRs that were dark themed and like, Team Rocket themed. But even
Yeah.
then, it's still a phenomenal set, you know.
Hmm.
And I will say it's not necessarily the funnest to open because you really don't hit the SIRs very well, but it is a lot better than a lot of Sword and Shield stuff because you get IRs
Yeah.
frequent enough, and the IRs are really nice in Destin Rivals. So, um, number two for me, I think actually has to be Mega. Just
Okay.
because, and I'd put Journey 3 because I'd say with
Wow.
Journey, I wish it was bigger,
Wow.
and I also wish it had characters from other generations besides just, Iono and oh my gosh, and N and Lily. Like, I think they should have gone back further. I would like to have seen like a Brock and Misty card in there. Like, I don't know. That's just me. I think they should have mixed generations and just been like owner Pokemon throughout the eras,
Hmm.
um, but that's okay.
Yeah.
Uh, Mega though, one thing I like about Mega a lot is that they did lower the IR hit rate. I think it's 1 in 6 now. So they're getting closer to
Hmm.
what I was saying earlier, where I wish it was like 1 in 4. They're going
Right.
more in that direction, which I think is good. I do like that, so at least you can get something cool out of packs,
For sure.
when you're ripping it.
For
And the
sure.
SIRs in that set are really cool. The Venusaur, the Lucario, all that stuff. Okay, we'll be beating that
Yeah.
one to a death. What are your top 3 sealed product picks? So this could be a type of product and set for a 5-year investment horizon from 2025 specifically.
So the ones that I picked were the Charizard UPC.
Okay. Okay.
Get
Yeah.
get it at MSRP. I think I said that in the last stream too, but and get the Costco drop that's coming out soon, like two of them or one of them for 79.99 or something.
So that's
I think
number one for
that's
you is the
my
Charizard
number
UPC.
one. Yeah.
Even though the promo's not as strong as the ones from Sword and Shield, you still think
It's
it's
not
going
as
to do well?
strong, but it's got such good packs. It's
Yeah,
got 4 Mega, 4 Destined, 4 Phantasmal, 4 Journey, and Surging Sparks. It's
that
like
is really
really
good.
good sets.
That's like all good sets.
Yeah, and the promo's still a Charizard, and the Oricorio's a Shinji Konda. Like it's not bad
Yeah,
at all.
yeah. You like it better than
And
the Moltres?
yeah,
Uh, Ultra
I haven't
Premium
opened
or
one
whatever
of
they call it.
those,
I
to
haven't
be
either.
fair. I need to open one before I give my real opinion, but to me, the Charizard will be more liquid. Like people will just,
Yep, they always go
it's
for
just more
Charizard.
liquid. Yeah.
We always wear
And
Charizard out as Pokemon
yeah,
Pokemon fans.
it
There's
is what it
so
is.
many Charizards,
It is what it
but we
is.
can't get a Lugia in Scarlet and Violet, but we can get more Charizards. More Charizards than we need. uh,
Yep. And then my number two was just plain 151 packs and prismatic packs.
okay, just
Like
raw
loose
packs, loose
packs,
packs.
just however you can get them the cheapest.
Okay,
Um, I just think that those sets have long-term collectability, like the EVs, God packs, like they have more than just a basic set.
yeah. Well, loose packs are
Prismatic,
becoming more accepted than they used to be. You
true,
know, probably because of rip
it's
and
true.
shippers.
Rip and shippers, and Pokemon's done a pretty good job of making it hard to
Way,
weigh. Yeah,
yeah,
they've done a good job of making it hard to know what's in a pack. Um, but yeah, like, and another thing with Prismatic and 151 is it's like it was a point that brought people back into the hobby. So like they might have gotten a little bit of that set, but not a lot. But they might eventually want to collect it all.
yeah,
Um, there's a lot of people that care about those two sets that have brain space essentially.
yeah. I think that's a good point. I think that's really good. Those are great picks, actually. I picked completely different ones, so.
That's good. That's good.
um, so for me, actually, number one, I think I've got to pick just as far as like if I'm weighing a value increase to current cost, I think I got to go with the Surging Sparks booster box. That thing is just down in the dumps. I think it's at like 230, 235, which of
Is
course
it?
is really expensive compared to what we were used to with booster boxes. But I mean, when you've got brand new sets coming out that are like that or more, that feels pretty good to me. It's a Pikachu set, guys. People are always going to love Pikachu. I think people are just, it takes a couple of years for like that, for them to look at things differently. Like everybody
Mhm.
already likes Surging Sparks, but I think they're going to love it even more in like 2 years. I think a couple of years from now, people are going to really like Surging Sparks. That's my personal opinion. I think that one can double quite easily. I think we could even potentially see it triple in 5 years.
It's got great SIRs, like top-notch SIRs. There's no doubt.
Yep. Yeah, you got Pikachu, Melodic, Latias, super
Latias.
popular. And even the Alolan Executor, I think that's a really cool card, especially with the
Yeah, that's the
rainbow
one that I
border.
pulled.
You
The
pulled that?
IRs are good.
I
Yeah, I
love
pulled
that
that.
card. I need to get that card. What am I doing? That's a card I need to pick up right now. Let's see. Number two for me, even though it's crazy expensive, I think I gotta pick Destined Rivals. I think it's possible that it gets reprint really bad, like booster box specifically. I think it's possible it gets reprint really bad in the next 2 years. And even then, I would just double down. I really would. Like, I think if anything has a chance of doing evolving skies type growth in the future, it's that one. It's like universally loved. There's a reason why it's a $400 booster box right now. I think it's technically like $395 or something like that. Even at the high price, buy-in price, I think I would be buying them right now if I hadn't
That's
already
true.
bought a bunch. I bought a bunch when they were lower, but I did buy a few at like 360. Like, so, I don't know. It's not that far off of where I bought some of mine. I'm a long-term believer in it. Um, and then number 3, I'm actually glad you mentioned it because I'm gonna change mine with that. I'm gonna go with the 151 loose packs. I think that's well. How about this 151 bundles? I'll say that 151
Okay.
bundles. Because yeah, I agree. Everybody's always gonna want to rip that set. It's just universally loved. And heck, I've got some sitting in my closet, and it's very hard to stop myself from ripping them.
It's
Like I
so
just
hard.
really want to rip them all the time. So yeah, I think those will do remarkably well for sure. Um, Especially as those cards gain value.
I'm trying to see if there's a price difference between, so a single bundle is market you can get for $93, which is
Okay.
6 packs, and the loose packs are $15. So it's like the same
So it's the same
price.
price. So you might as well get the bundle. Might as well get that
Yeah.
sealed package. It kind of displays somebody might be collecting bundle display. I mean,
Yeah.
one thing that was
I
kind of annoying is they changed the sizes of bundles throughout Scarlet and Violet. I found that frustrating because it could have been cool for people to be able to collect them all at the same size. Like they had the
Mhm.
narrow bundles, and then for Temporal Forces, they widened them out.
And Crown Zenith too.
Yeah, in Crown Zenith, they did
Yeah.
that. I can't remember what they
That
did
was
for
weird.
Twilight Masquerade. Was Twilight Masquerade still wide?
I don't know. I know Surging had both. I've have some
You've
of
got
both
two
versions.
sizes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that drives me nuts because I was like, there's literally no like, uh, you can't put them all on a shelf and have them all be the same size like you could in ETB. So that I think that will
Yeah.
kind of hurt their like sealed collectability, but I think they'll be valuable for ripping, for sure.
hmm
Uh, It's interesting. Somebody's weighing packs and finding the light ones in Japanese. Yeah, Japanese is super weighable, guys. So don't ever buy loose Japanese packs unless you don't
Yeah.
want hits.
I'm surprised they were all in the lighter packs though.
Yeah, that is
But
interesting.
but it just shows that they are still weighable. I think that with I think you are onto something with the bundles versus the loose packs. I just think you'll still be able to sell the loose packs,
Yeah.
but they probably will be more liquid just because you'll have a better chance at getting a god pack
Mm.
because you
Yeah,
for
yeah, yeah,
sure
yeah,
can
yeah.
weigh out god packs in prismatic. I don't know about 151. Maybe it'd even be lighter because like a IR
I
is lighter
forget that
than a
151
reverse.
has God packs.
The
It's
demigod.
got the demigod where it's got
Yeah.
like the Charizard, Blastoise, Venusaur all
Yeah.
together, right?
Two
Well,
IRs and an SIR.
no. It's Bulbasaur, Ivysaur, Venusaur,
Right.
or
Yep.
Charmander, Charmeleon, Charizard, right? You only get 3
Yeah.
at a time.
Yeah.
Okay,
Two
yeah.
IRs and SIR.
Which
Yeah.
is still super sick. I mean, let's be
Yeah.
honest, that'd be incredible. Yeah, that definitely creates an argument for bundles for sure,
For sure.
for sure. Cool. What were your top 3 favorite cards to come out in 2025?
You're gonna love my first one.
Okay,
But it is the Charizard alt art from Phantasmal. I think that card is so
we should probably
cool.
let's share our screens for that. You
All
want to
right,
share
let me
your screen?
share. Yeah,
I
I'll
think
share.
we figured out he's gonna have to share this time just with the Zoom setup. But yeah, I think people probably know this card, but just in case viewers don't know what we're talking about. I don't think that's crazy, honestly.
It's so cool. The colors, the blue and the red, like
It's
the
pretty
whole
dope.
line, they're in like, and there's like the regular Charizard down here. Oh, I'm not sharing.
Yeah, there we go. We gotta get you sharing
Sorry,
there.
guys. But like the blue and the red, all three
There
of
we
the
go.
red ones or the orange ones,
It is
with the actual
unfortunate that the
Charizard too.
text is over Charmander's face in English, though. I think the Japanese doesn't have that. But
Interesting.
yeah, no, it
With the
is a
lava,
sick card. Is
so
this your
cool.
favorite Charizard of all time?
I haven't had that thought process, but that card is so cool.
It is so cool.
It's definitely going to be in competition for sure.
Are you even looking to buy one or are you waiting?
No, I'm waiting for a while for sure.
I'm probably going to wait like at least a year. to be
Yeah, I have a
honest.
feeling it'll come down to like 300 or less, probably.
I think so too. I could even see high 200s eventually.
Yeah.
Um, just based on, what we've seen in the past. Okay.
Yep.
That's a great
And
first
then
pick. Yeah.
and
What's your
then
next one?
next, I absolutely love the silhouette full arts. I think these cards are so cool, like the golds too.
Oh, really? Okay.
I
Yeah.
love these
They are
full arts
cool.
so much.
So
Like it's
which
so
one would be
much
your
better than the
favorite of them?
generic full arts. Like this, the Moltres,
I agree. They are really good.
the
Which is your
Mewtwo.
favorite of them?
Um, I think I have to go with Mewtwo and Giovanni. Like it's so basic again, but
It's pretty sick though. It's a cool card.
I just it reminds me of the anime in the Vermilion Gym
Yeah.
when they're like really a team.
Yeah.
I don't know. I like it
I
a
graded
lot.
that one and I think I got a 10 in it. If I remember correctly, I sold it for profit, but probably should have kept it because I agree with you. It is really cool. It is the CGI art that I'm not like as fond of, but for a CGI full art, like that's about as good as you can possibly get. Like they're pretty cool. Um,
Yep,
and
agreed.
Giovanni looks badass on that card.
The Clefairy and Lily and Zoroark. They're
Yeah.
so cheap too. Like I don't know. I see myself at some point buying a bunch of these. This
That
Hop
Clefairy
Zacian,
is way cheap, dude. That's actually
uh,
looks like a play to me.
how
Lily's
is this a
Clefairy for
dollar 67?
$4.50.
I'm
Are
telling you,
you
dude.
kidding me?
Journey Together is so underrated.
It
You get
really
past the
is.
first page of cards and you're already at a dollar.
That's crazy. It's just because it's so small. By the way, Hops Wooloo, man, that is such a nice card. I pulled that one and it just reminds me of like Ireland. Like, it's just so dope. Like, I don't know if you've ever been to Ireland, but there's sheep everywhere, dude. You're just driving along, there's sheep all over the place. Like, and
I have
it's
not.
this these rolling fields like that with mountains in the background. It's pretty sweet. But um okay, so second for you would probably be like the Mewtwo EX full art with
Yep.
Giovanni in the background. And then what would be
Yeah.
number three for you?
Number three is one that just means something to me and my family, which would be this Bulbasaur IR.
Oh, I love that Bulbasaur IR. It's
Yeah.
so good.
And the
So
fact that it's a
good.
box topper too. I don't know. I just really like that card. I've bought
Yeah.
quite a few of them already, and none of them are tenable. But again, it's a card that I'm okay with keeping because I love it so much, and we're a Bulbasaur family over here.
Bulbasaur is freaking cute, man. He doesn't get
Yeah.
enough love. I don't understand why I feel like he's the least popular of the three starters, and I don't really get it because he's pretty freaking cute, you know.
Yeah.
And he's so awesome in the anime and Indigo League way back in the day. He like is like fighting to like rescue the other Pokemon and like take
Yeah.
care of them. Like he's so cool, you know. Like
Yeah.
as a pair, opposed to Charmander, who's always like, well,
The
he had a
protector.
bad start, but Charmander was always like, causing
A
Ash problems.
hothead.
Yeah,
Yeah.
hothead. Yeah,
Bulbasaur is the protector.
exactly.
Which one of these do you think will like they're like the exact same price right now?
Dude, I'm having such a hard time with the stamp versus non-stamp because we have the same thing with the Ends Reshiram from Journey
Reshiram.
Together,
Yeah.
and we have the same thing with the Team Rocket's Moltres EX SIR
Yeah.
from Destin, which now has a stamped version in the whatever they're calling that thing, premium
Yeah.
collection or whatever. And I'm like, I'm wondering the same thing. I was like, which one of these, like, if I care about value, should I be collecting? I think I have to go with the stamped one just because people are obsessive about stamps in this hobby. But
Yep.
but
This is the leading this
it's
is the
weird.
leading example, and it's performing better than the regular IR.
I mean, I will say, like, okay, because we're getting a lower supply of booster boxes than normal, I think it's creating scarcity around that promo. right? Because you can obviously pull the non-stamp version in any pack. And they've put a
True.
lot of Destin Rival, or excuse me, they put a lot of Journey Together in like collection boxes and all kinds of other stuff. But I think if they printed like a better ratio of booster boxes, we might see it flip the other way.
Yeah, I agree. I was just looking at this. I think this is an interesting data point. There are
Yeah.
179 stamped ones and 318 IRs,
Interesting. Now
like
that doesn't
double.
necessarily mean that there's double supply. It could be that there's just
Right.
double demand,
And this
on the
this
other
is
one.
the opposite because
Interesting.
most these haven't really been pulled a lot yet, but these booster boxes just got ripped like mad. So eventually the IR probably will overtake the stamp in
Well, so
quantity.
so that's a question. I guess a good question too is why is this happening when Journey Together, every single booster box other than the pre-release ones had the stamped promo in the top. But with Mega, it was only like what 50-50 or like 60-40. It was like some of them had the promo and some of them didn't.
Hmm.
So you
Yeah,
almost think it would be
it's
more
interesting.
scarce with Mega. Plus, Mega has a higher hit rate for IRs. I got to go with the stamped one. Now that I thought about that, I
Yeah.
think it's 1 in 6 for Mega, right? For IRs.
Yeah.
So yeah, we probably should be buying up those stamped promo Bulbasaurs. I
I
think
have about
that's
10 of them sitting in front of me.
I think I need to start buying those, Steege. I think you talked me into it.
It's just a good play. Like Bulbasaur
It
will
is.
perform well long term.
Honestly, too, that card's beautiful.
Yeah,
It just really
exactly.
is. It's
And
almost like
it's a
he's
part of a
like,
line. Like
you know,
all three arts go together. So it's like
yes.
it's like you could make a section in a binder to that card. It's not just a standalone card. If you have the Venusaur, you're gonna want the Bulbasaur too, you know.
Yeah, I agree. I agree totally. Um, yeah, good picks, man. Really good picks. Um,
What are yours?
so you take us over to Destin Rivals, will you?
Sure.
I have to be a little boring here. I'm sorry, guys.
You're good.
I really went hard on this set, and I am working on a master set of this set. I really genuinely just love this set a lot. I gotta go with the Mewtwo EX SIR. I really do love this card. I know a lot of people were like mixed about it when it first came out. I don't think it's maybe quite perfect. They think Mewtwo's stance is a little bit weird, but I don't know, dude. I think Mewtwo looks so formidable. Giovanni looks so badass. The like red explosion in the background with all of the purple, the coloring on this card is so cool. And in person, it's just even better than
I
like
haven't
this
got that.
flat image. It's just such a good card. I think it's just beautiful. Yeah, I don't know. This is my favorite from the year by far, like hands
I haven't
down.
got to see it in person yet. I can't wait.
Yeah, it's just so legit. I do think eventually we'll see some more reprinting of this set, and I think the price will probably come down. But that's
It's
crazy. The
basically just
light
gone
play
up.
is 400. Yeah,
I
it's
don't like
wild,
that.
man. It's wild. So
It's just
that
gone
one
up.
I think's got to be
Crazy.
number one for me. Um,
Wow.
and then
Okay.
I'm going to be super boring here because I'm going with another Destin Rivals. I think for number two, I've actually got to go with Team Rocket's Nidoking. I
Oh,
love the
wow.
Moltres a lot, but like, dude, and I was always a Moltres fan growing up. I always loved fire Pokemon, but this card just feels so nostalgic to Gym Challenge, where you've
I
got
agree.
Giovanni's Nidoking, and I think it's just a cool illustration of Nidoking. Like he looks pretty tough. I don't know. I like it. It's like got that cool kind of comic type art. Um, Even like the way they
I
did the
like it too.
shading, instead of the shading being like they've got some actual shading that's like real shadows, but then I like the little like hash marks that they use for shading. Like it's a really nice style. I don't know. I just
It
really dig this
really
one a lot.
reminds me of my first playthrough of Pokemon Yellow. Every time
Mm,
because he had a really good Nidoking in the gym and it
yeah.
wrecked me. And he would use Fissure and
Yes.
Earthquake and like
Dude,
that's exactly what I see when I look at that card.
I was so
And
bad as a kid. I pretty much just maxed out my Charizard so that I could beat all these guys without it actually making sense, without like taking into account like weaknesses and strengths and all that stuff. Like I was so bad as a kid. I did not get it. Like, yeah. But yeah, I know what you're saying. That would actually be a
for
lot of
sure,
fun, I think, to replay that. I haven't played that game in so long, dude. So
it
long.
is fun. I've been doing it on my son's new emulated Game Boy that has like a speed up button on the back. So like I
Okay.
can speed up through battles and like it's really, really fun to play like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very
That's a
fun.
great way to do it because then you can like bust through it really quickly and just enjoy the story and kind of enjoy
Yeah.
the experience. I think I
And
need
you
to do
can
something
power
like that.
train.
I've got like an emulator set up on my computer. It'd be really easy to do one for the
Yeah.
original
Oh,
Game Boy. Um,
easy. You
so
can do it on your phone too.
to be honest, I probably would put another Destin Rivals card for number 3, but like I'll shake it up a little bit just to make it more interesting. Let's go over to Mega Evolutions. Um,
What's up,
y'all,
Down Under?
if you've watched me for, hey, what's up, Down Under? If you guys have watched me for much time, you know that I really like Firo a lot. And if you scroll down here to the IRs, there is a really nice Spiro card in here that I actually just really love. Right, where is it? Right there. I love this card. It's $2, guys. It's like worth nothing, but I think we passed it. There it is. Yeah.
Spiro, you mean?
Yes, I love this card.
Okay.
I just love it, you know?
Yeah.
And I genuinely hope we get a Firo SI or at least like an IR in Mega, this Mega era, but I don't know if that's going to happen or not. A lot of times they're pretty good about giving you the later evolution for like a popular Pokemon. Like they were good
Uh-huh.
about that in Scarlet and Violet, but I think this is a really pretty card.
I agree. I think I've actually pulled this one a couple times.
I
Yeah, it's
bought
just
several copies when it
nice.
like first came out, which was dumb. I should have just waited, but I was hoping to get like some gradable ones. I got one that was gradable, but the other ones were pretty off center. Have you seen a lot of off center with Mega like I've seen?
Yeah, I haven't gotten many good quality cards at all. It's been
Hmm.
pretty bad.
See, I've seen a lot of like clean corners, almost like they're doing a good job keeping the cutters sharp, but they're like way off center.
Uh-huh.
And some of them have like specks on the back and other stuff like that. So, or like little
Bad.
like scuffing or stuff like that, you know.
For sure.
Um,
And that's the reason why it's so silly that people are just like talking so much crap on PSA. Like it does matter. Like if it does get a 10, it is hard to get a 10, but if it does get a 10, it matters. Because it is
yeah,
so hard to get some of these in 10 pack fresh. It really is harder than people think.
it definitely is, which has been the chase, I think, for a lot of us. Why we get integrated cards is it essentially creates additional rarity, right? It's that conditional
Yeah.
rarity makes it so that a card like this that might be really common all of a sudden becomes a lot more rare because of the conditional rarity. I mean, that was my biggest chase, honestly, in Scarlet and Violet was a lot of the early illustration rares. Like I collected a lot of them heavily from Obsidian Flames and from Paradox Rift. But Obsidian Flames, man, had horrible print quality. A lot of those are like less than 20% gem rate, you know, like
Oh yeah, it's so
17%,
bad.
16% gem rate. It's like really bad.
Yeah, it's
I
really
actually
bad.
graded successfully a Ninetales in a PSA 10. I'm like, I'm never selling that. Like, it's just too cool to actually hit the 10 from an Obsidian Flames IR, you know?
Yep. It's very hard.
Dude, I love this set actually. The SIRs are weak, but the IRs are so good. So good. That Caesar and that Gloom and that Ninetales, those three cards are like probably my
I
favorite.
like the
Like
Cleffa too.
Clef is really good too. Yep. The Pidgey line like reminds me of the Game Boy games. Like so good, so good.
No doubt.
So good. All right. Well, should we switch over to our featured artist of the week?
Yeah, let's do it.
This week, we wanted to talk about Yuka Morii. Deej picked this one. This is a great pick, Deej.
For sure.
Great pick. She's actually been an illustrator since 2000. So she's been there almost since the beginning. I guess, what was it? 96 was when Pokemon came out in Japan. So
yep.
She came in like about 4 years in.
Yep.
But phenomenal illustrator.
Like she literally molds all of these with clay. Like every one of these is like a legitimate picture.
So
I think
cool.
that's so cool. Like she actually has like a museum in Japan.
Does she
where
really?
her figures live. You can go see her figures.
I didn't know this. Next time I go to Japan, I got to see this. This is way too cool.
Yeah. That's very cool.
I had no idea they had a museum of her stuff. Can you switch over to the other
Yeah, I will. I want to show off a few that I picked out real quick.
Go for it. Yeah.
Oh, got to get my phone the right orientation here. So these are from my expedition set. She had 4 cards in that set. There's a really nice Squirtle, a Rattata, a Vulpix. Like they're just cute. And like when you put them all next to each other, I don't know. Like she's such a good clay artist. Like I don't know if you've played with Play-Doh.
So good.
But it's really hard.
It's freaking hard, dude. I don't know how she does it.
Yeah.
I also never see like fingerprints on her stuff. I did bring a couple cards myself, but I'll show you them at the end, I guess. So yeah, so she's done a ton of stuff, and I do think it's incredible that she literally molds all these. I was gonna say I'd never have seen any like signs of like fingerprints or anything on them. Like they just look so perfect.
I've been told by somebody that collects her stuff that's how I learned about the museum thing, by the way, is I talked to the people that buy the stuff. But she what was I gonna say? Totally lost my train of thought. What the heck?
You're good. Can you click on that Venusaur Snivy at the bottom? This card's incredible, guys. Look at that. That's freaking claymation. It's amazing.
The only full art one I knew about was the Drapion. I didn't know from Crown Zenith. I didn't know that they had another one.
Yeah, and Drapion's not my favorite Pokemon. She did a good job on it, but it's just, I just don't really like Drapion. But this card is really cool.
I remember what I was going to say. If you go to her Instagram, she puts out videos of her sculpting these for real cards. Yeah. So like if you follow her on Instagram, it's like a whole thing.
Yeah, we'll have to go check that out. Guys, go check her out. But yeah, I mean, pay attention to if you guys haven't been. She illustrates for a lot of like common, uncommon rares in a lot of sets. Like I think she's had something in most of the Scarlet and Violet sets, if not all of them.
For sure.
That I can think of. Like I'm
pretty sure every single one.
Pretty dang popular these days. You'll definitely see her art. Her artwork featured a lot.
Yeah.
I really love a lot of her stuff too from like mid-era there. And going back even a little further. Yeah.
So this was her first cards in Neo.
Yeah, so she did I think it was Neo Discovery was her first cards. The verses.
I haven't seen these verses ones.
The verses are so sick too. Look at that Machamp. Can you click on that Machamp?
Dude,
that's actually awesome. That looks kind of like one of those like little figurines you get out of the vending machines, where you put a couple quarters in,
so cool.
It's awesome.
How did she do this?
The Hitmontop?
There's like an invisible string somewhere.
It's gotta be. And then look at like what's coming off of Hitmontop's fist.
Yeah.
Like little like fuzz, like almost like smoke or something. Like that's cool. Really cool.
Wow.
That dude, the Steelix? Wait a minute. Time out. Click on that Steelix. Oh my gosh. I didn't realize this was her.
Not clay. Like how is that clay?
How did they do that? Do you think they like did something to the image after?
I've meant to go watch her Instagrams, but it just has never crossed my mind when I had the time.
Yeah, I need to go
But
watch
I
some of
want to
that.
know. I'm not an artist, so
So
I
many
don't
good
know.
cards. That Togepi is so cute. Oh my gosh, the Squirtle down there, the
Raichu,
Vulpix. Look at that Vulpix, dude,
Pikachu.
at the
Yeah,
bottom.
that's one of the ones I showed.
Oh yeah, it's so cute. Oh, that's yeah.
Yeah,
You had that card, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
and like with the whole diorama,
Oh my
like
goodness, amazing. So she probably did clay for all those bricks in the background too.
yeah. I mean, it's easy to see why people love collecting Yuka Morii
Yeah, she's
for
incredible.
sure.
She doesn't usually have a lot of like top hits, but she's like featured on a lot of the commons through
Commons.
rares. Yeah,
And I will tell you that anytime I get a Yuka Morii card in a 10, like it just sells so fast.
I believe it, dude.
Like
I love that slowpoke,
people
by the
want
way,
it.
at the bottom. I love
Ooh,
this one. It's so cute. It's
it
amazing,
is.
dude. It's a great card. And the Slowbro too.
Dude, it makes me want to go make Pokemon clay. Like they're so
Yeah.
cool. They really are so cool looking.
I love so I actually one of the cards I brought is the Magby that's up there on that screen there in the corner, actually. Yeah. I've got this one right here. But
Yeah, it's really nice.
and then the Ekans too, which I don't know if you've seen the Ekans at all, but the Ekans is pretty cool too. A couple of mid-era art. Um yeah, one thing I love about her claymation is that you always get some cards that just feel so different from everything else, you know? Like she adds a lot of
Yep,
variety to the Pokemon hobby because of her unique style.
they
Oh,
stick out.
that's so cute. Dude, that Squirtle
They stick
is
out.
outstanding. Outstanding. What the heck? That's
That,
so awesome.
that it looks like a cartoon.
What is this
Doesn't
one
even look
called?
like
This is
clay.
the one that before Maractus.
Cacnea.
Cacnea. Cacnea.
Cacnea.
Yeah. I always forget the one before Maractus. And then that
Yep.
Granbull. What about that Granbull at the top there? Oh, that's nice. That's really nice.
For sure.
And then I mean, it's one thing to do the claymation, but then to photograph it in the proper lighting, that's also its
I
own
know.
skill set as well. I wonder if
Yeah, I
she
wonder if
does
she
all
take
the
her
photographs or
pictures. Yeah. Like this slow bro, it's like focused on the bro, but the
mm-hmm.
cloister is like all weird.
Kind of
Or
fuzzy.
I guess it's actually technically a shelter, but which has never made sense to me. But
I always thought it was just part of the Slowbro, but that's interesting. I didn't realize it's a separate Pokemon technically.
yeah, the way it evolves, like if you played the original Pokemon Snap, you have to get the Slowpoke to dip his tail in the water, and then
Yep.
uh, um, a shelter bites his tail, and it evolves together into
Interesting.
Slowbro.
I didn't realize that. That's cool.
Yeah,
Oh, that Fanpy, dude. That's so cute. Look at the one over on the left. Oh
oh yeah,
my gosh. That's adorable. I got a lot of nostalgia for
nice.
Fanpy and Dawn fan.
This would be a great binder. There's no doubt.
Yeah, I think I need to do a Yuka Morii binder. Honestly, I don't feel like it would be very expensive either. A lot of these cards would
No,
be
it
so
wouldn't.
cheap. So cheap.
I just listed a Chinese Wormadam. I'm gonna just pull it out real quick
Marmaduke.
because it's sold, and I need to pull it anyways. But like, I didn't list any of my Chinese cards that I pulled, except
Yeah,
for this one, because let me just pull up my camera. Because it's Yuka Morii. This came out like 2025, I think.
that's awesome.
I listed this bulk card for $3 and it sold.
That's amazing. Yeah,
Yep.
I can
So
see
like I
that.
didn't list any cards but the Yuka Morii and it sold. So
Rain
Definitely pay
Collect
attention to
says,
your Yuka Mories.
finally got the regular and reverse expedition Vulpix for my Vulpix collection. That's awesome. Vulpix collection is such a great idea too. I'm guessing, Rain, that you really dig the new Vulpix from Mega. Yeah. Yeah, so Deej just got one of the... What, is that the reverse or is that the
No, it's just the regular.
regular?
Yeah.
That's so sweet.
Yeah.
Well, cool, guys. I think it's pretty fun to feature these artists, and we'll definitely keep doing this each stream. I think it's just a good time. As we get deeper and deeper, we'll start to discover some more and more obscure artists that probably none of us have really paid that much attention to. But I think it's a fun
Once
thing
we run out of the big ones.
Yeah, I think it's fun to appreciate all the work that these guys do, though. So, last but certainly not least, well, I guess real quick, I did mention you could bring something from your collection to show off if you want. Did you have anything, Deej, you wanted to show off?
I just have this card that. So what I have right now that I haven't bindered up yet is like the holiday advent calendar cards. So I have a lot of those that I need to add to my binders.
Sweet.
This was the PSA promo this month. I think
Yeah.
it's so cool.
I
You
got one of
can't
those
see it
too.
now, but it's actually got really nice texture on it.
Are you a Naruto fan?
I think it's cool. I've watched the anime.
I've never
Then
watched
just some
it before.
promos. I got my Pokemon Center Char Cadet.
Nice Char Cadet. Yeah.
And then I've opened way too many UPCs.
Oh, you have opened a lot of UPCs. That's dope. Glacier.
I've opened 5.
That's the
this
calendar.
It's got the
holiday calendar.
Yeah,
that's sweet.
so
That's way sweet. You can grade all those, I assume. Well,
I mean, if they're
sealed.
10s, yeah.
Yeah.
And then I would just buy the replacement.
For me, just in light of me talking earlier about the Destin Rivals Nidoking, I got to showcase that one. Picked it up at the local card shop recently.
I haven't seen that one yet.
Like a little while ago, I thought it had a chance at a 10, but now I'm not so sure because my belief in PSAs declined quite a bit from this recent return. But either way, it definitely stay in my collection in one form or another, either raw or I'll get it encapsulated. But I do love that card a lot. I will say this. I like the texture of the SIRs from Scarlet and Violet, but I actually would love to see them kind of go towards the more aggressive texturing again that they had with Sword and Shield. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like the texture on the Sword and Shield cards was like heavier or like thicker. You know what I'm saying?
Their grooves were deeper.
The grooves were deeper. I would like to see that come back personally, but
yeah, it's more just like almost like a matte finish now.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Well, guys,
they really used to do a lot of cool stuff with that texture, no doubt.
Oh yeah, and then Japanese blows it all to shame because Japanese, they do so much fancy texturing and different angles and stuff. Well, guys, we're to that time to talk through some questions. So if you have any questions, drop them in the chat. We'd love to answer some of those, and then we'll probably call it a night sooner rather than later, so we don't keep everybody up too late.
For sure. Yeah, that Vulpix IR is so nice. There are so many Pokemon that they are ignoring instead of doubling.
Yeah.
Like like they keep redoing Pokemon. I'm like, come on. There's plenty.
It's true. Well, it's like what I don't understand is why we got so many Zekrom and Reshiram this year. Like it was like the year of Reshiram and Zekrom. Like they were. How many cards did we get? We got the white and black versions, like the all white and all black versions from Black to White Flare. They each got their own SIR. They each got their own IR from that set. Ends Reshiram got a IR in Journey Together and a stamped promo. Zekrom got a card in didn't Zekrom get a card in a recent set? Or maybe I'm thinking of Ascended Heroes that's coming out. I might be thinking of
there's a promo. I think there was a promo Zekrom.
So many cards of them. It's crazy. Absolutely crazy.
Yeah.
Absolutely crazy. Well, next time too, I think what I'll have people do is just put their questions in as they think of them during the stream, and then we can just answer them at the end. That's probably a smarter way to do
Yeah.
it. So, but yeah, it looks like we don't have any questions this time around. Sorry guys for the technical difficulties. We'll get this figured out. I may just have to pony up and pay for something.
Yep.
My
Appreciate all you a lot.
channel's not monetized yet, so. But hey, seriously, guys, thank you so much for watching. This was a lot of fun. I think it was a fun discussion just to kind of look back at 2025 and look at the market and what's happening right now. But we'll be back definitely in, I think, probably 2 weeks. What do you think, Deej?
Yeah, I think it's a good cadence. Yeah, to let some things occur in the world. And yeah.
Yep. And we both got kind of busy lives, so weekly is just a little tough to do right now. But
yeah.
But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. We really appreciate it. We had a good time. Hopefully you guys did too. And we will catch you in the next one.